Live here in Oceanside, California for the 2018 Pan American Beach Handball Championship. I'm John Jednak, along with Bernardo Perela.
You're getting it.
Am I getting it?
You're getting it. John, Brazil, current #1 rank in the world against the happy team of Trinidad Tobago. They both played yesterday. Brazil won their match against the team of, what was the match again?
Well, it was Uruguay, wasn't it?
Uruguay. No.
Uruguay.
Yeah, they played against Paraguay. And Trinidad Tobago, they're really happy just for being here, right? I like this.
And yeah, they're happy. And you know what I really like about the Brazilian team is, and they are tall, as you would know, you played on it. They are tall and tough out there, and they are quick, precise.
Yeah. Quick, precise. I mean, it's really hard just to be part of that squad. I mean, in Brazil, we could say that we got at least 25 players that could be wearing that jersey, but those are the ones that deserve it. And they're here to show everyone why they're considered the best team in the world. But I've said it before, and I'm saying again, everything is going to be seen now once we get the ball launched in the air. I mean, you need to show in sand. Anything can happen in beach handball. We got a strong and tall team of Trinidad. Wanted to show everyone why they're here and why they're good also.
It looks like a very quick team as well. So both teams getting a great applause from the fans here on the beach, real close to the harbor in Oceanside, California. And for those of you around the world, where is Oceanside? We are about 35 miles north of San Diego and about 85 miles south of Los Angeles. Typically, this area is known for surfing and beach going, but you have brought this tournament here, and it's great for the beach side here in Oceanside.
Yep, now probably will be known as surfing and beach handball.
Beach handball. Use that sand. We have it. We got a lot of it here.
Yeah, and it's always good to remind that Team USA is based in Los Angeles, and the men of Team USA, their current champion, reigning, defending of Pan American Beach Handball Championship.
Yeah, so they played yesterday. They played in one of the best contests all day long, and USA kind of really just eked out a win over Mexico.
That was a good game, definitely. So Trinidad comes with #1, Mikhail, #5, Hayden, #7, Keon, 10, Dries, 11, Kimwell, 12, Sherwin, 13, Mancini, 17, Akin, 22, Ariel, and 21, Godin. Brazil with Alain, #1, Davi, 2, Renan Cabelo, 3, 4, Mateus, 5, João, 6, Marcelo Tuller, 7, Marcos Bodão, 8, Thiago Jordan, 9, Cristiano, 10, Gil.
Okay, we got the tip up. Brazil has the ball, and they're wearing their blue uniforms today, bringing it down the court.
Yeah, Gil here as a left wing, Davi the specialist, and João as a right wing. And Davi scores 2 points.
2 points. So now we got a 2-0 lead, opening it up here in the first set. Brazil's
winning 2 points. Brazil specialist Davi, #2. And that was offense foul.
So Trinidad unable to score on that first possession there. Brazil bringing it back down. And looks like the alley-oop did it. 2 points.
And this is how Brazil plays. You know, you're not going to see the alley-oop come from only the specialist, the playmaker. All the players know how to pass. That was a great pass by João, #5, and Bodão scored that goal in the alley-oop.
So this time Trinidad brought the ball back down again, and once again they shot it up over the goal. Brazil has it back, going for another alley-oop, and that's 2 points. So we're off to a 6-0 lead, Brazil.
And that wasn't a deja vu. Was João Paulo again finding Bodão with a great pass, and Brazil has the ball again.
Brazil coming back down the court, slowed it down just a little bit to get some good position, although the specialist has it. Oh, that's 2 points.
I mean, they're playing, they're good, you know. 8 points in all, only less than 2 minutes of game. And Brazil defenders are also really good. Marcelo, Jordan, and Mateus. You see they're tall. They know what they're doing.
Here comes Trinidad and a foul.
Great move by Tuller. That was offense foul.
Brazil, and I think this first one they've missed.
Yep,
First shot on
goalie,
first
man.
on goal they missed. 8-0 Brazil. 2 minutes, just a little over 2 minutes into this first set. Brazil has the ball. Ooh, alley-oop.
That's an alley-oop, and see that João, the one that scored number 5, he's really fast. So they're not giving time to the defenders to try to block that shooting.
Brazil has been doing, and that is the first goal for Trinidad, and it's 2 points. It's now 10-2, Brazil. Is that 10-2?
Yep, that is 10-2. Now we blink.
12.
12-2. Once again, João Paulo finding Bodão, the pivot of Brazil's national team. Bodão is the top scorer of the team of Brazil this set so far.
Is he one of the top scorers in the league itself?
He can be, because usually a pivot gets a lot of those balls. But Brazil can play with Gil, number 10, as a pivot. Renan Cabello played yesterday as a pivot, and also Bodão as a pivot. So we're going to see who is the top scorer by the end of Sunday.
I'm learning this game, Bernardo. Here we go. Brazil coming down just like that. 2 more on the scoreboard.
Brazil is pretty good at this well. You see that fast transition. Defender just passed the ball to Gil, number 10, and with a fast pass to João, another alley-oop, and Brazil is winning. 14-2 or 16?
14-2. Brazil's ahead, and there's a goal.
Yeah, specialist Mikael Walker scored that goal. Trinidad has now 4 points. Brazil winning the set 14.
Brazil really is good at moving the ball and the passing that they do. There's another goal, and that's 2.
Yeah, David is specialist. And like I said, now Renan, number 3, is playing as pivot, and Gil, number 10, still here, the left wing.
And there was a shot on goal. Goalie blocked it. Was that over the line?
Yeah, he tried to get the offense foul, but I think he came too late. You see that signal that the referee said it's a warning. So one more of that, you're gonna see an exclusion. Exclusion, you just stay out of the game. 1 ball possession.
All right, so Trinidad scored on that one. We now have a 16-6 game favor of Brazil. That one hit the goal post.
Yeah,
Bounced out.
but that was a
Go
penalty. No, the defender, I think he was late, just like Marcelo Tuller. We saw, and that was also a warning. You get just 1 warning per game, not per set.
So we had a penalty shot right there by number 3, and that went over the goal.
Yeah, Renan misses it off the bar and out.
So we're 5 minutes into this first set. And we
just saw an exclusion, number 30 of Trinidad, Nikhil Nago. He was the 4th player in court. He needs to wait someone from defense get out of the court to get in. If you gets in before, you get an exclusion, just what we just saw.
So Trinidad went down on goal, took the shot, and it was blocked nicely by Brazil. And just like that, they come back down, and they scored 2 more. So it's now 18-6.
18 Brazil 6. Another good spin shot for João Paulo Ogrilo, number 5.
And Trinidad came down and tried a shot where they were going to do an alley-oop, but it didn't work. But looked like knocked out by Brazil, maybe. Trinidad had the ball back.
There was another great block by Mateus.
Trinidad has the ball back. And they're moving it around in front of the goal.
That's a passive game. They need to shoot, and they miss it.
Brazil with the ball back, bringing it down the court.
We just saw the referee raising the hand. That means passive game. You need to try to score. So if they pay attention, they're just passing the ball, and you see them raising the arm, that passive game, you just have a couple seconds to shoot the ball.
And Brazil scores again. That was the specialist?
Yeah, that was a specialist, number 2, Davi. Brazil has now 20 points.
20-6 in this first set, Brazil.
Now they switch players again. Gil is a pivot, and Renan, number 3 here, as a left wing. Alain is now playing as a right wing with a deadly spin shot.
In shot, scored again for Brazil. 22-6.
Alain is he's not a lefty. Usually the right wing is a lefty, but he plays with his right hand. So that spin shot, he usually turn in the other direction. It's sometimes if the player know what he's doing, like Alain, it's hard to defend. It's hard to block.
And we have a timeout. We have a stop in the action for about a minute right now. You know, many ways this game is like hockey. It's somewhat like basketball, soccer, kind of all rolled into one.
Yep. And when they built this game back in the early 90s, this is actually the beach version of the indoor handball. Here it's called team handball. It's an Olympic sport. But when they built this version, the beach handball, they were trying to make it fun to watch. So that's why we got specialists, we got spin shots, alley whoops, because the indoor version, goal count as just 1 point. It's one regular goal. Even if it's beautiful, it's 1 point.
You don't get any more for being real fancy and stuffing it.
Yeah, you don't get it. Sometimes people are watching beach handball for the first time and say, why? They're doing those fancy moves, spinning, 360. Because 360, the spin shot counts 2 points. Alley whoop, 2 points. Penalty shots, 2 points. Specialist, the one with a different jersey, just like you're watching number 1 of Trinidad Tobago with black jersey, Mikhail. If he scores a goal, it's 2 points. He don't need an alley whoop or a spin shot.
And they just went for an alley oop and did not go in the net. And we have the Brazilian women's team approaching us now. You should be able to hear them.
Yeah, always happy, just like they do in every tournament they play.
So back to the action. Brazil has a ball, spin shot, blocked this time.
Yeah, but the referee saw something, and that was a penalty. Foul by number 12, Sherwin Jackson, and that's exclusion. He's out of the game for just 1 ball possession. And it's always good to say that if you got another exclusion, the second one, he's out of the game. You get the red card.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. The rules that come up. Make the game more exciting is what you're really doing. And there's a penalty shot. Number 10, Gil.
Gil, I don't even know how many championships he won worldwide. He has 3 world championships with Brazil national team. I would say 4 Pan American championship.
Yeah, that right there made it 24-6 favor of Brazil. In control. 45 seconds left in this first set.
Yeah, Brazil has this set. You see that players are probably already thinking second set. But if you give them a chance, they'll score.
They scored again. 24 wasn't enough. They wanted 26, and they got it. 26-6, Brazil.
Number 1, Alain, playing his first competition with Brazil national team and doing really well so far.
Oh, it looks like it. And there was a shot on goal, but blocked. Trinidad, where are we at now? We're getting real close to the end of this first set. Yeah, we're about 5 seconds away, coming to an end. One shot, did not make it in. Oh no, minute left.
You see that Tuller just making that block because you don't need to block the player, you need to block the space. So you saw that the other player of Trinidad, he was without any space to score the goal and just throw the ball out. So that was a great play by the defender Tuller.
And there is a two-pointer by Brazil. It's now 28-6 Brazil. So can a defender hop over that line to block a shot?
Only in the air. He cannot step on the line. He needs to jump from outside. And of course, he needs to be careful not touching the other player.
Brazil down again. Spin shot. Beautiful. 30-6 Brazil.
Number 3, Renan Cabello, which means hair, because he used to have long hair when he was a kid. He's a player of Niterói Rugby, and he's also current Brazil's national champion.
Okay, that's the end of the first set. And the final score, 30 Brazil and 6 for Trinidad.
Yeah, that's it, John. And now let's see what the coaches are going to say. Trinidad needs to make some adjustments if they want to change the situation. And it's always good to remind that scores account separately on the sets. So a new set, a new chance to tip Trinidad Tobago. Let's forget everything that happens in the first set. And Brazil will try to keep that speed and keep that gameplay.
Okay, so Brazil controlled this first set. And there is probably a good chance they may have some good control in the second, although Trinidad has the opportunity to make some adjustments and come back and give them a good challenge. Who is the toughest competitor for Brazil?
In this competition, I would say Team USA, Argentina, Uruguay, but Mexico is playing really well. We never know. We always say that USA as a champion, current champion, is going to give Brazil a very tough match. Argentina, their neighbor, they're always playing against each other, so they know each other. It's always a tough match, but I mean, anything can happen in beach handball.
And they do have the home field advantage. They do know this sand a little bit better.
Yeah, of course. They know all the way, you know. They know all the secrets.
So, Bernardo, you've played many parts of the world. How do you rate sand? I mean, is some of it have a little bit difference? Like it's a little bit softer, you know, a little bit deeper?
Yeah, it is. When the harder is the sand, the fastest is the game. And sometimes in some parts of the world, the sand is so hard and flat that you can see players bouncing the ball. You know, it's crazy. But that's why usually teams come earlier, a week earlier, at least a couple days, so they can practice, feel the sand, you know, make the final adjustments.
Wow. So here, would you say here in Oceanside, how do you rate this sand?
No, the sand is pretty good. I mean, this is a perfect sand to beach handball. It's not hard. It's not soft. I mean, it's just right in the. It's a perfect sand for beach handball. It's not even hot. Sometimes it depends on where you're playing and what time you're playing. Man, the sand gets really hot. They need to put water on the field every 2 games.
Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about that here in the springtime and in Oceanside. Right now it's probably about 64 degrees. Tossing up the ball here, starting the second set between Brazil and Trinidad.
Yeah, Tuller once again get that ball. Now Brazil comes with Bodão, number 7 pivot, left wing, Renan, right wing, João with great score.
First shot, first score, 2-0. And that was an alley-oop. So Brazil's up 2-0 here very early in this first set.
Yeah, Brazil level is really high.
Some of this passing here is going a little bit strong for this Trinidad team. They're overthrowing a lot.
This happens when you have a strong defense. especially tall defense, because you need the ball get over the defender, and sometimes it's just too much, just like what happened. David now is playing as a specialist and also playmaker.
So the specialist right now, number 2, has it, and he scored. So that's 2 more for Brazil, 4-0.
Yeah, and David is a very experienced player. He won the 2014 World Championship in Brazil, playing really well that final.
Trinidad has the ball. They take a shot, and it went in. And they're giving him 2 for that.
Yeah, that was the specialist. I mean, the ball hit someone in the defense, but the specialist was the one responsible that show.
It's 4-2 Brazil, and it just went up 2 more. So now it is 6-2 Brazil over Trinidad. We're about a minute and a half into the second set.
Yeah, you see now that number 10, Darius, is now the specialist of Trinidad. The first set we saw Mikhail doing that offensive.
Was that a charging offensive?
Yeah. Offense foul. We could see that Mateus, number 4 in Brazil, just like in basketball, he wasn't that spot first, okay? Don't come to my place.
So the defender had his feet and he had them planted.
Yeah.
Dug into the sand. That's his territory.
Yeah, and we saw something over there. Was a goal? Oh, that's an exclusion for the player of Trinidad Tobago, and it's his second exclusion, just like we were telling. He's out of the game, red card. I mean, this is not a direct red card. We can see this sometimes, but once it's not a direct red card, he got that after 2 exclusions, he can play the next game.
A little bit different than soccer, then, right? Or
yeah, a little bit different, but we can have a direct red card here too. If you get a direct red card here, you don't play the next game.
So we have Trinidad with the ball again. The specialist bringing it down, passing it. And once again, same thing, same place, overthrown.
This a great job by Mateus here, because he's always going back and forth, you know, not giving any gap to the specialist pass the ball.
But like you say, I think it's got so much to do with the height of Brazil.
Yes.
You got to get it over there. Look at that lob. Oh, that was a shot on goal. Went a little high.
He tried to, he saw the defender blocking. This is how the defender trying to block helps a lot. And he tried to do a different shot, and he couldn't make it.
Trinidad's bringing the ball back down at the opposite end now for Brazil. Shot on goal and a block by the goalie of Brazil.
And Jordan got the ball, number 8. Brazil stayed with the same team. Renan left wing. Pivot is Bordão, number 2. The V specialist, number 5, João.
And there's a shot on goal. That one is 2, so we're at 10-2 Brazil.
Yeah, Bordão and the V, they know each other. They play in the same club down in Brazil. They've been playing together for the past 7 years, so we're probably going to see that happen a lot.
So, I mean, they know which way the best move is for the other guy. They know how high he can jump, where he likes the ball.
Oh, great move by Chris, because he put the ball on the line behind the goal, so that means that's his area, you know?
And he protected it. So now we have Trinidad losing Brazil coming back down.
Yeah, 10-2.
10-2 Brazil. 4 minutes into the second set. Brazil won the first set. Good passing. Here we go. Oh, alley-oop.
That was a double alley-oop.
Was it?
Because João Paulo gets it, and
so he doesn't get 4 points for that?
No, he don't have 4 or 3 points, but they should. 12 points Brazil, 2 points Trinidad.
Okay, as we get into the second set, Brazil's in control. They just took the ball away right there. Brazil coming down quickly. Here we go. And that was an alley-oop, 2-pointer.
With a very fast transition. And you see, goalie scored 2 points. The specialist was inside the court, so the goalkeeper can't go in. He needs to wait till the specialist gets out of the court.
So the score right now, 16-2. It's getting a little tough for the scorekeeper to keep up with this. We got 5 minutes left That shot by Trinidad went off of the top of the goal.
Great move by the defender of Trinidad, number 7. He came back, Keon, and intercepted that ball by Chris.
Good block, foot block.
Good block.
Brazil has the ball. They're bringing it back down again.
We saw some changes in Brazil. Now Alain is playing as a right wing and Gil as a left wing. Davi and Bodão still in court.
Nice movement. Got a lot of nice passing. There's a shot, and he scores.
Deadly. That was deadly.
More alley-oop right there. I see Brazil's doing a lot of the alley-oops. They're not doing a whole lot of the spin shots.
Yeah, usually we see this more in men. Yeah, men's game, we got more alley-oops than spin shots. But we never know. It depends on the style. Watch way each country plays. Like, they play differently. Some of the teams just rather find a room for the spin shot. Brazil will try the alley-oop before.
So they're adjust the offense. There's another one, and maybe a little hurt here.
Yeah, the defender was inside the area, and referees are talking if it's a direct red card or exclusion. That was a directly red card, so that means he's out of the next game.
He's out of this game and the next game.
Just like we're saying, that wasn't a. I mean, that you don't need to be like violent, you know. You don't need to mean to do this, but the defender must be careful. And he was shooting the ball. I mean, he can hurt someone's arms like this. I mean, that happens. It's part of the game.
Yes, and there is the penalty shot, and they score again. Yeah. So when you get elevated like that, you are really defenseless when you're up in the air and you're flying through the air.
Yep.
So there's nothing you can do.
And usually you're so you're just paying attention and score, you know, and throw the ball hard. So someone hits your arm, it really hurts you.
Okay, traveling. No goal on that, so we're still at 20-2.
Yes.
20-2 Brazil. About 3 minutes left in this set. Trinidad has it.
Chris got it. Ward scoring that spin shot.
Spin shots, and now that puts them to 26. Looks like 26 for Brazil.
And 6 points to Trinidad Tobago, or 8. 26 to 6.
Trinidad scores. Alley-oop. 2 points on that.
And that's it.
That's it. That got him to 6. So the final score, 26-6. Brazil takes this one.
I thought that was the 8 points, but that's it. Players are just now talking to each other. This is beach handball. That fair play. I mean, game's over. Everyone is friend outside the court. They literally sharing the same hotel, but this is part of the beach handball. You know, part of beach handball. This whole atmosphere of fair play, and people. It's getting crowded here now. Everyone want to see the women's from Team USA against Argentina.
And that game is going to be in what, is it about 15 minutes from now?
Yeah, it's about 15-20 minutes. We'll be back.
All right, we're live, and we're going to be back with you in about 15-20 minutes. All right, and I'm John Jednak, along with
Bernardo Pereló.
We're live from Oceanside, California, the 2018 Pan American Beach Handball Championship. So we'll be right back right here out of Oceanside.